Welcome back, y'all. Hope everybody's doing good. It was another great weekend session. It kind of turned into a very progressive weekend. A progression session weekend, if you will. A lot of new tricks, like tricks that blew my mind. So I'm going to be doing a little bit more talking in this video, and then I'm going to pop back in the middle, and then we'll do a big summary of everything at the end. So I'm going to quit rambling now and let you guys start watching some skating. So hope to see you guys at the end, and thanks for watching, liking, subscribing, all that stuff. And here's skating. So what's starting to become a normal thing for me is Fridays after work, I go to my local Auburn skate park and just mess around for like 30 minutes or so, 30 minutes to an hour. And last Friday, I landed my first nollie crook on the little curb manual pad at the Auburn park. So figured it was time to step the game up and try to get the nollie crook on this ledge. I'm skating the Andy Anderson egg here, and I love it, but I have never had a board this long in my adult age where I've skated this much and the board hasn't broke. Like, it's still super crispy, but the nose and tail are super razor and they just are disintegrating. They're chipping everywhere. That was a scary one. Good. So I just thought nollie nose grind, got into it. So let's try that again. So yeah, I kept getting the nollie nose slide, and then I thought to myself, if I try to shoot for a nose grind, maybe I'll get into crook, and it actually kind of worked. I kept popping though because of the nose and tail being so razored, and it was getting in my head. And I knew that VX board I had, even though it was tiny, a much shorter wheelbase and everything, I knew it was still crisp on the nose and tail. So I just, right here, I decided to switch over to the Santa Cruz VX, and it felt super crisp. So I thought this was the route to take. Yes, I can go home happy.
I'm gonna sleep tonight. Yes, sir. Ice bath, baby. Got it.
And now the fun begins. Like, I got the nollie crook, so I kind of was like a little weight off my shoulders, and I could just have fun. And I've been looking to skate something over this bump for a long time. Thank God Teddy finally brought the perfect obstacle for it, and yeah, I just had a blast skating a chair like the old days. We're going to be talking about wheelbases a little bit in the end of this video, but this is where I really started to notice the difference in the size of the board affecting me. Now this got me so hyped. This is just the dopest little doubles line from my boys. Pure chaos and mayhem. And that was first try. It was, oh, so hyped. Then fully decked out front board on a ledge. I love that trick. Oh, oh. Let's get the line. So I heard Chris Haslam say on the 9 Club, like, he only does dark slides when he's about to switch out a board or whatever. So I thought, it's very rare. I actually have a board that's still skatable, but I'm done with. So why not try to learn dark slides? And like, I was getting into a few of them, but and I had the tail, I had the grip tape kind of skimmed off on the sides and the nose and the tail. I had the sides all waxed up. I had the deck of the box waxed up. Could not get it to slide, and like I was walking into it with my feet pretty good. Like that one, my foot was on the truck.
I have been.
Yeah.
I'm trying not to ruin the ledge more than I already am, you know, but like, I'm not sliding it all.
Yeah.
So if anybody has any fresh ideas on how to slide a dark slide, please comment below.
Hello, digital galaxy. Spent like 5 minutes on the drive over here thinking about what I could say as opposed to "Sup guys," and I say it anyway. But we are at Argonaut Park, Argonaut Skate Park, located in Sacramento area, and this is a park I have been looking for some time now. And I was just finally told where it was a couple weeks ago, and finally out here. To my knowledge, this is the last skate park in the Sacramento area that I have not been to. I take that back. I haven't been to the Placerville skate parks, but this thing is like a gold mine. I would call it a gold mine for like, if you lived in this neighborhood, you'd be so hyped. It's a perfect training facility. And the goal for today, which I'll show you the park here in a minute, obviously, but type of shoes and everything. Goal for today, I don't know yet. Just have fun, explore the park, maybe work on some newish tricks. These shoes, just about on their last legs. Like, probably gonna go to a new shoe next weekend, but they still got some life in them. Unfortunately, the Andy Egg, tomorrow will be its last session. This next weekend is fresh setup, everything. Still skates great, just there's so many chips in the nose and the nail in the nail. And it's super razor tail. I'm losing grip on my board because of the spray paint, all the wax that's on it. It's not crispy anymore, quite soggy, but not soggy because it's a flight deck, so it actually still feels pretty good. And I got a VX Santa Cruz board here, which is very tiny, but it's still in great shape, and we'll get some stuff done on it. So yeah, I'll show you the little park here, and then we'll start skating.
So you can see it's 2 double ledges. This little Manny ledge gap island, a perfect round flat bar, and that's it, guys. This is literally just a perfect neighborhood training facility. High ledges, low ledges, flat bar. What more could you ask for? So awesome. Let's see what we can do.
I mean, it was a 50-50, but it worked, right? You film it right? Nice job.
we do a nollie?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll try. If I get nollie nose slide first try, that'd be amazing.
Whoa,
there.
video. Wow.
I haven't done that trick in 20 years.
Me too.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know you had one of your nose grinds. How did it look?
I gotcha.
Did ya?
Yeah.
You did. Good job. Come around. You just have to be confident with it. And that's what happens when you commit, but you miss your spot. Oh, hilarious. It's a line if I've ever seen one. Alright, we're gonna try a couple of board side hurricanes on the flat bar and maybe try like a feeble 50-50 or something. I don't know. I was my feet position was it. I think that was one. Oh no, maybe. Alright guys, so like I said, I wanted to kind of do a park check on that spot, but my 2.5-year-old was not letting me have a big session that day, so we had to cut a little short, but I think you got the gist of it. Pretty hyped on the fact that I got a boardside hurricane finally on a flat bar. Man, it's crazy how much a curb really helps you, or I don't know, not a curb, like a wider ledge helps you really balance it out. Like and it's easier to come out on a curb. I was having a lot of trouble kind of keeping my balance over it, but anyway, we got a couple. They'll get better hopefully, so we'll keep working on that. But one of the main kind of things I wanted to know, kind of like a Guy Mariano thing, if you can't do a hard flip, but you can do switch hard flip, is it really switch or whatever? My question is, if you can do a trick on one board but not another, does it still count? Because both with the nollie kicker grind and the trick that's coming up after I quit blabbering, I could not do it on the Andy board, but I could do it on the smaller VX board. Now, I don't know if it's because it was smaller, so it made it easier, or it just still had more nose and tail left for the pop. But yeah, let me know what you think. Does it still count? Like, can you do the trick, or does it just mean you did the trick? If you can do it on one board but not the other, let me know in the comments. Anyway, more skating.
happened is like I popped out and my wheel is catching the edge. So I gotta like, yeah.
Before my lessons, I thought I'd try to film some stuff with the camera facing like this way. I was so hyped on that switch no comply. But yeah, I'm just messing around with some slappies and everything, and I thought as a joke, I just throw out a tray flip no slide, and that was like my third attempt.
Oh my god.
And the two before that were actually pretty good, so I thought I'd whip out the camera, and it just was working that day, like
In your fucking face. Oh, that's hilarious. That is comical.
yeah, this took me by complete surprise. Just a reminder, like, sometimes just go totally dick around and throw something out there and you never know what'll happen.
Fucking knacking it. My tail tapped the boy sail. That's amazing. That wasn't the regular, but that was bold. That felt really good. The regular! That was like, probably 5 feet. As in 4 inches. Oh my god. My 340 flip is coming in useful right now. Oh! Oh! That's a slider to regular. Woo, baby. Woo, 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 baby. Yes. I don't even care. Progression.
Alright guys, so there's the progression session that was last weekend. I cannot believe I did tray flip no slide. Like, that wasn't even ever a dream trick. You'd call it a nightmare trick because I've never attempted it. I just figured it was like, here's me and here's that trick. And so I didn't even think about it. I tried it as a joke and it just happened to work. So like, yeah, I guess I'm a tech guy now, you know, like raw tech god. Rodney Mullen, Day One Song, Mark Johnson, Spencer Smith. Yeah, pretty much. No, totally joking. Never know when something may work, so go out there and try it out. Now, my final thoughts on the Andy Anderson egg. This is my first flight deck, first symmetrical board. Yeah, and it's fucking awesome, dude. Like, I love this board. Now, the bad things I'm gonna say about it are, I'm nitpicking here because you've been watching this channel. You know I break boards like that, like literally a board a week, and that's like 2 sessions. Like, it's not like I'm skating a board 7 days a week. It's, I'm going to the skate park and I'm probably gonna break it that day or the next day. Like, just because I suck at landing tricks, not because I focus it or I'm jumping downstairs, because I land kickflips bad all the time, or tray flips or front boards or whatever it may be. Anyway, I digress. So now I'm gonna nitpick this board. Been skating it for about a month, I think, which is awesome. Like, it's a $100 board. Boards are 50-ish, you know. So it saved me from buying a board. Like, it saved me about $100, I would say. Now let's go through the bad things. Razor tail. Okay? Big time. Like, it got to the point where I was kind of spooked. Like, not spooked skating it, but like, if I bail on a trick, I would definitely be thinking like, oh, if I catch my leg, that's gonna suck. So that's one thing, the razor tail. The other thing is, since it razor tails so bad, you get these chips, I feel like a lot easier, and maybe because it's thinner or something, but like you can see the fiberglass or whatever it is, like, so that starts to get annoying, and it just starts to look like I've been riding a skateboard for a month. So I'm not used to that. I'm not used to a board looking dirty. So that was kind of like a pet peeve of mine as I'm looking down at the board, like, but like overall, it's awesome. Like, it still skates perfect. Pops great. My deck rail screws are starting to come through because I've had to tighten them so many times. Like, one's right there. One's right there. So I mean, just nitpicking, but like it's awesome. What else? Yeah, that's it. It chips kind of weird. You get razor tail, but it won't break on you. It's an awesome product. Absolutely great board. I love it. I will be getting another one at some point. For now, I'm gonna use this as a template to make our own Andy Anderson board. Yeah, there's just a sneak peek of that right there. Ooh, that's gonna be so sick. So yeah, I love flight decks, and I love the symmetrical boards. Like, I'm gonna start trying to buy symmetrical boards if I can find them, you know, consistently. If not, special order one when it's, you know, time for a special occasion or whatever. That brings me to my next point of wheelbases. So never put much thought into wheelbases, and I think because this board has rails and I never put rails on this one. Like, first time ever, I was skating two boards at the same time. So like, I spent a couple hours on the Andy board, and then like maybe try a certain few tricks on this board just because it didn't have rails or it had my crooked grind groove in it or whatever. So I don't think I ever would have noticed the difference in wheelbase if I hadn't been doing that. But since this thing is pretty much a boat, and this thing is super tiny, like for the wheelbase wise, I realized like I couldn't pop as fast, or I kept missing my pops. Like I did the nollie crook on it. I still think that's because I didn't have, like, I still got a good popping nose. It wasn't super razor tailed. But when I was trying the like wall ride grind to front rock on the bank to wall, I really wanted to get it on the Andy board, but especially because like the wall was actually making this chip, so I thought that was cool. Like, yes, carnage, bashing the wall, get it. But then the rails were making me flip, were making the board flip. So then I had to do it with this one. But I'd still scrape on the way up, but like, I don't know, it wasn't as cool, you know what I'm saying? But wheelbases do make a big difference. All right, guys. Just to give you an idea on the size difference. 8.7 at the middle. 8.5 at the wheelbases, okay? And the wheelbase itself is 14 3/8, okay? And yeah, 8.25 at that. Yeah, 8 1/4 all the way around. And then the wheelbase, 13 3/4. So it's obviously a huge difference, and that makes total sense on why my foot placement was all off, my popping was off, everything, you know. And then lengthwise, the Andy is 32 1/4, maybe, give or take, just because of the it's a little chipped and worn down. And this board's 31 1/2. So I mean, look at that, 3/4 of an inch difference on both sides. So it made me notice the difference, as opposed to just riding one and then being done with that and going to another one. I think it would be harder for me to tell the difference. But since I was skating them simultaneously, I definitely could tell, you know, how it affected my skating, especially since I was riding my own trucks. It's not like I was riding my buddy's different shaped board with his trucks on it. It's riding my trucks, my wheels, everything how I would ride it. Riding them simultaneously definitely showed me the differences. And it's awesome because I've never put that much thought into skateboarding. Like, I just like that graphic, feels good on my feet. Let's see how it skates. Skate it till I break it. Now it's like, oh, I know what I like. I know how to work this. Let's make it happen. So, yeah. There you go, guys. That's my 2 cents on the Andy board, wheelbases, all that good stuff. Hope this helps. Hope you found it entertaining. Thanks for watching, liking, subscribing. Later, guys. Catch you next week.